Did you guys know that you do not have to be rich in order to start investing in South Africa? With just as little as 100 Rand, you can literally start growing your wealth today. Stick around until the end of the video so that you can actually get to know the 3 most common tips that people make when it comes to investing. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Well, before I start with today's video, guys, I would like to start by putting up a disclaimer. Guys, I am not a professional financial advisor. The purpose of these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Thank you so much, guys, for the continuous support that you keep giving me on my channel. I honestly do appreciate it. It is not easy to grow on this channel, but then you guys are making it super possible for me to actually grow. So thank you so much. And for those of you guys who are not subscribed, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and share my videos with your friends. So let's get into today's video. So today we will be discussing different ways in which you can start investing today with just as little as 100 Rand. Yes, I said it, guys. Just as little as 100 Rand can actually take you a long way, because technology has made it so much easier for us to actually start investing. These are things that I think our parents were not exposed to back in their days, but then luckily for us, we are exposed to so much more. We are going to be discussing 5 ways or 5 different ways in which you can start investing, or things that you can start investing in today. Okay, so the first on our list, right, is JSE shares and EFTs. All right, so this is literally when the company allows you to own a certain percentage of their company, right? So companies are now opening doors to us for us to buy into their companies, to become owners of companies that we don't actually have to run. Okay, so with shares, this is when you actually just buy a certain percentage of a company and you actually own that certain profit. That certain percentage of that company. Okay. And then that means that if that company does well, your shares are also going to grow. But then if that company struggles, your shares are also going to lose its value. All right. So you need to do your research properly when it comes to investing in shares. You need to know the company's performance, and you need to follow the company's performance throughout the whole year. And at the end of the year, most companies usually pay out a certain amount of money or a dividends. And then another thing that we spoke about was EFTs. EFTs is actually what I recommend for beginners, because this is very beginner friendly, and that way you don't have to go on hours on end busy doing your research, right? So EFTs is like a types of companies that have been put in a basket, right? And so what you basically are buying is that entire basket. So can have like 20 to 30 to 40 companies within that basket. Those companies are handpicked, and that way you don't have to go do the picking, right? So all you do is literally buy that entire basket. You can buy it for 100 Rand and actually have a certain percentage of the share within each of those companies just for 100 Rand. Advantage about buying into EFTs is that if a company within that basket is going to perform bad, it won't really affect your share value that much, because that is just one company out of 40 companies. All right, so EFTs are good. They are beginner friendly because you don't have to pick out the companies yourself. The companies are already picked out, and you really don't have to worry about monitoring the company individually or worrying about whether the company is going to perform well or not. So the second on our list, guys, is retirement annuities. This is a long-term investment, and what you basically do is that you put money into your account or into that account every single month, and that money grows with a certain amount of interest. But you can only have access to that money once you hit retirement age. So I think retirement age is like 60 years old in South Africa. So once you are 60, maybe they might allow you to have an early access at like 55, then you'll be able to access your money. So this is literally just for you and your retirement. It's money that is going to help you later on when you're like nice and old, so that you can retire comfortably and retire peacefully without having to worry about working at that age. Then the third on our list, you get unit trusts, guys. Unit trusts are also good, beginner friendly, and here's why. So imagine that you guys are having a braai, all right, and literally instead of everyone bringing their own desired food or everyone buying their own desired food, you bring money together and someone, a designated person, goes ahead and picks out the food for you. That is roughly how unit trusts work. Instead of you picking which shares or which bonds to invest your money into, you literally get a person who's designated, who you guys give money to, and that person is literally going to just invest for you guys. Okay, so these are good because you don't have to worry about the market. You don't have to stress about bonds, which bonds to invest in, which shares to buy, but you are going to have to pay a certain percentage because now someone else is doing the thinking for you. So there is a certain amount of there is a certain percentage that is going to be paid out to that person as a form of thank you. Not really thank you, but it's their fee, so yes, unit trusts are also beginner friendly, and I would recommend them for people who are just starting out and people who are not familiar with investments yet. So the fourth on our list, guys, you get property investment. So you get two types of property investment. You get our traditional property investment where you go out, you buy a property, it can be a house, flats, or land. You can rent it out or sell it at a profit, right? But that comes a bit handy because it tends to be expensive. Like you need a lot of money upfront before you can actually start investing in property. There's a lot of upfront money that goes into it and a lot of admin work and a lot. But if you want to own a certain percentage of a property and you don't want the admin of actually owning that property, you can invest in what we call REITs or REITs, right? So these are real estate investment trusts. They made it easier for us to access them. I saw on Easy Equities that you actually can invest in those right now. So this is where you invest in your properties and you own a certain share or a certain percentage within that property, but you don't actually have to worry about the entire admin that comes with managing the property. It's more like owning shares, but this time property wise, okay? And these are actually friendly because you don't have to worry. Like you literally just don't have to worry. And I mean, property is something that is increasing in South Africa, and it is something that continuously generates money. So you know that once you invest in property, your money is not going to go to waste. Literally, your money cannot go to waste. If you feel like it's not working for you, you can literally just sell and reinvest in something else. Same as a physical property. If you feel like this property is not bringing the income that you wanted to bring to you, you can literally just sell that property, take that money and go find your properties and go find a property that suits you somewhere else. First on my list, these are high risk, but with the right education, the right information, the patience, and avoiding greed, these can work for you fast. Very, very fast. And I'm talking about cryptocurrency and Forex. Yes, I said it. Can't believe I said it. But truth is, there is money on cryptocurrency and Forex. You just need to execute it the right way. How do you execute it the right way? Do your research, attend those classes, have a mentor, someone who's going to guide you throughout your tradings. Don't take shortcuts when it comes to trading, guys. Your money will go flat and it will go gone. And that is when you'll end up raving on social media about how Forex is a scam. No, guys, Forex is not a scam. The scam is the people who are trying to scam you guys with Forex, and the scam is people selling you the dream that you can literally just do it in a day or two. I really, from my background and from what I've learned with Forex, it literally requires a whole lot of education. It requires a whole lot of patience, and I've been there as well. I literally have attended classes. I've had a mentor before, but then I realized like a few years down the line that this is not for me. Like, I don't want to be anxious about my money. I don't want to have to go ahead studying the market so that I can predict my next move and predict whether exactly am I gonna buy or am I gonna sell. It becomes too frustrating for me, guys. Like, I don't understand how people do it, but what I know is that it is possible. It is very much possible. You just need to be patient and don't be greedy. Know how much it is that you want to make and leave. Know how much your profit is or how much profit you want to make and leave the market. Take your profit, leave the market, then reinvest a certain percentage again, guys. I feel like that's what kills a lot of people with Forex. People just don't know when to stop. So you literally have to know when to stop. It's more like gambling. People don't know when to stop. People win when it comes to gambling, but then because they don't know when to stop, they lose the wins. Okay, so that is that, guys. Those are my 5 top investments in which you can start looking into investing today. So you might be asking yourself, okay, now how do I start? Now that I have all of this information, how exactly do I start? So they have made it very easy for us, technology once again, so that we can actually start investing with just something as simple as 100 rand, like I said in the beginning. So where can you take that 100 rand of yours? Easy Equities. I'm not promoting Easy Equities. This is not sponsored by Easy Equities, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Easy Equities is the best place to start. Very beginner friendly. The user face is very beginner friendly. You can understand the stuff. It's not too complicated. So all you have to do is literally just open an Easy Equities account, deposit a certain amount of money into that account, check whether you want to invest in shares, unit trusts, or EFTs. But for the purpose of this and to make it beginner friendly, I suggest EFTs, okay? And then afterwards, deposit every single month. That 100 rand on its own is not going to do you any justice. Put money every single month. Deposit every single month. That is the only way you can grow your investments, guys. Remember, investing is not about how quick you can get the money, but it's about how long I can stay in the game, how long my money can stay in the game so that it can work for me, okay? So take it as growing a tree. Just put money, keep watering it, and close your eyes. Literally 10 to 20 years from now, you're going to thank yourself. Tips that I advise you guys when you start off your investing journey, please, number 1, run away from get rich quick schemes, okay? Don't do that for yourself. For your own sanity and for your own peace, run away from anything that actually requires you to get rich quick. Number 2, avoid investing in things that you don't understand. Education is key. I always preach it on my channel, guys. It is very important to educate yourself. Go ahead, do your research. Don't be lazy. Money is not for people who are lazy. You cannot make money if you are lazy. You need to have an active brain. So in order for you to start investing, you need to do your research in the things that you are investing in. Mistake, which I think is something that most of us do, is pulling out our money way too soon. Taking out your money before you can even start to see any returns on it. Remember, guys, investing is not about how quick you can make your money. Investing is about how your money can work for you over a long period of time. Which investment are you looking at starting with today? Drop your answers down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and go ahead and share this video to your friends so that we can grow our little community. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning into my channel. Until next week. All right, bye guys.